side will wait for its feeding time. If you let it, don't try to embrace. Bow down and pray your every sin slowly starts to decay. To live in the moment would be the only wish I always beg for. No use to pretend. Don't act like you can never make another simple decision. These pills always protect. I'd rather die than think I'm always controlled by the accent. Look what you became. And I was never the same again. The change came and went. I'll just clench my fists and watch these bridges crumble. Bad feelings must be a season. Once you give him a reason, self-control's out the window. Watch these bridges crumble. What conditions my knuckles? Sink his teeth in the pavement. Till emotions like control. Drown in many drowns.
That was pretty good stuff. Welcome to Cute Mania Live. It's nice to be back. I'm always so excited when it's a new week of shows and I get to meet new people and all that good stuff. Bullet Biter's with me tonight. It's nice to meet you guys. I need you to unmute you or you need to unmute you. There we go. Let's see if we get them back. Not quite back yet. Not quite. Yeah, you might have to do it up on the. My apologies. Blame Zoom. It's Zoom's fault. There you are. There, you're back.
All right.
They can talk. They have. Welcome, guys. It's nice to have you on. It's nice to meet you. I hope the weather is warmer there than it is here. You're in Indiana, correct?
Yes, and it's not.
Yeah, it's probably not any. It might be colder actually. Is it snowing?
It was earlier this morning, but it's not now. I think it's like what? I don't know, 40-something degrees right now.
Yeah, that's about what it is here. It's been raining for like days. And
Yeah.
The mountains got snow last night. The one of the ski resorts up in the highest parts of West Virginia got a foot. I thought we were done with this shit, and you know I had plants outside. You know I had my garden tilled. Actually, I didn't, but you know I planted some shit. I mowed the grass like 3 times. You know what happened here?
Right.
This sucks. Anyway, I think this has got to be it. If not, then I'm moving to like Hawaii or somewhere.
I'm telling you, dude.
I think I can do the show from there. You would think
Right.
from the beach. I'll do the Keep Me Alive from the beach, live from the beach. Anyway, I have like I said, I have. See, it feels like a Monday, but it's Tuesday, right? Isn't it?
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is. But I'm just kind of out of sorts. I'm always out of sorts right at the beginning of the first show of the week, just because you know it's been a minute. But I'm just gonna throw it to you guys. Tell me what Bullet Biter is. How did you guys meet? Give me a little background. Or give the viewers a little background.
Awesome. So, oh man, we go back a ways, man. I mean, I met Nate in middle school. He and I were in bands, you know, in and out, you know, from middle school throughout high school too, even to now. I met Steven my senior year of high school. I met Justin my senior year of high school as well. And eventually, I think it was while I was still in high school, I hit everybody up, or maybe I was a junior and then senior when I met him. I think I just messaged everybody and said, "Hey, let's write some heavy stuff." And we started a band originally called Ligament. And we were writing like, I don't know, it was like early 2000s metalcore type of stuff. Eventually, like, we all kind of went our separate ways for various different reasons, but I ended up starting up Bullet Biter with our previous vocalist and Justin. We brought in some guys left. At the end of the day, we ended up with the same guys as the same band, like same four members and everything, just different title, genre change up. It was totally unintentional, but life has a crazy way of working itself out when times get tough.
Sometimes it's for the better. Change is good. Change is always good. Everybody says change is always good.
Absolutely.
You definitely wrote some freaking metal. I'll tell you that much. I mean, that stuff is. And it's. I do have a okay. I probably should wait till we play Flatline to ask you, but I'll go ahead and ask you because it's been on my mind. So the Flatline version we're playing tonight is the remix, and I heard the other version. Why I know the difference. I can kind of tell the difference, but why did you go that direction with it? The new way.
What do you mean by direction?
Like why did you decide to do like a remix of the song basically?
So, original version of Flatline that we put out was just a demo. Essentially, we put it out, and I'm not sure if it was in some way, shape, or form. We would have had to have removed that version of Flatline down from streaming platforms and upload it again with a different title. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, we also didn't have the same vocalist there, and since the original Flatline already had the name Flatline, I didn't want there to be some sort of mix-up.
Right.
And it might be best if we just rework the song, rework it in terms of like the overall production of the song, and then.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't screams or anything. I figured it was probably the best way to just do a clean slate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, where did Bullet Biter come from? The name. Was it one of those things where you like it's online and you just generate like was it band name generator or something? It's just so it's not off the wall. It makes sense, like some of those are just way off. Like what? Yeah.
Right. So Bullet Biter. It's actually an idiom. So it comes from the idiom "bite the bullet." You know what I mean? And "bite the bullet" much means doing something you don't want to have to do, but with courage and still getting through it at the end of the day, perseverance,
Wow, I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's a bit of a positive meaning, but the shock value is there. People see Bullet Biter and they think it's something, referencing like a suicide victim, or like it's a slur, but that's not at all what we're going for. We're going for positivity, perseverance, and getting through what you got to get through. You know what I mean?
It's always so interesting when I ask that question. Like, where like even if it's the name of a song, if it's something that's just it in your head, it's something, but it might not be what you went for, and that's exactly what that is. It's I never even thought of the biting the bullet until you said that. Now I can't unsee it or unhear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at it any different way. It's just the shock value of it.
Right.
Absolutely.
I have a lot of things I have to remember tonight. Well, we're going to do the Wiener segment later, and you guys are. Do you have any idea what this might be? I'm not going to give you any hints, but
I don't know. I'm at a loss for words.
You can be graphic as you want. It's YouTube, so we'll do that later. It's sometimes. I mean, sometimes people participate, sometimes people don't. But that's just the way wieners go. You know what I mean? Sometimes.
Hey, man. Yeah, it's strong. Hey, I hear you.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's harmless. But I want to try something else a little bit later, like pretty much right before we sign off. I want to try something different. I want to start with you guys with that, and if I can remember to do it, hopefully I can. I will write myself a note somewhere. I don't have any pens. You guys have a pen? I can. No, I'm kidding. Sharpie. I destroyed my boom armor last night on accident. I didn't destroy it, but okay. I don't want to talk about it. No, it's a really nice boom arm. It's that Rode PSA 1 Plus or some shit, and it was relatively expensive, but it's nice. It's spring loaded and shit. It's
Right.
professional looking. It's way better than what I was telling you earlier about holding the phone to the microphone and the PA stuff. I've come a long way, but there's a sleeve on this thing. It's like I don't know. It's like a cushion sleeve on this thing, right? It's on the lower part too. But it says Rode on it, and like really big and white. Well, I'm kind of mad at Rode for when I got this set up with the Shure mic and the Rode stand. As soon as I opened the Shure box, there was a big Shure sticker. It's right here. big sure sticker. And I was like, and I love. I mean, you can tell. I stickers everywhere. I have
Right.
I have stickers covering holes in walls in here. But
Okay.
so I'm a sticker guy. So when I opened the box for the boom arm, I was like, expecting a nice Rode sticker. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. They axed the sticker. So lately I've been covering the Rode logo with just the Acute Mania Live stickers, like the circular ones that I used to have, but it just looked kind of tacky. So I was like, well, let me take this damn sleeve off that has the whole Rode thing in the way, and I'll just put. Well, when I cut it off, because it's not like Velcroed on there, it's a seam. So I was pretty much, it was either do that or don't, and I did it with scissors. And it's kind of hanging off the back, but it's like a double thing. You can't. I mean, you can kind of see it, like, what is it, right here. That's how it is all the way down, right? So there was nowhere to put the sticker, and it kind of moves a little bit. Anyway, so basically my plan didn't work at all, and but hey, it's classy, I guess. I'll figure something out. I don't know. It's
Absolutely.
I'm always trying to do shit in here. I'm gonna probably take out the wall in here and make a bigger room. It's just anyway.
Right.
Enough about me. What were you guys? Did you do any covers when you first got? So you were friends for a while, and then you got kind of back together, and you wanted to start the Bullet Biter project. Did you do any covers of anything just to kind of get the feel of what you guys wanted to do, or was it right out of the gate writing?
Right out of the gate, writing
Pretty much.
of a lot of different genres.
Yeah.
All within the metal, umbrella, of course. But I mean, we started out with like metalcore stuff, and then it went into hardcore, and then it was in hardcore for a little bit, and then now here we are with deathcore. So,
What's some of your influences? I mean, even individually or as a whole.
You want to go down the line with that one?
yeah, let's start with
Honestly, for me, it will be Casey. Due to the drummer, he kind of really got me into just a certain style to where now whenever I kind of just like drum, it's like it just really just sounds like just that sound, and it's just fun. Yeah. So
I would say for me, I'd give you my top 5 bands. My 5th favorite band of all time is Slipknot. I grew up on like the early Slipknot albums. Like I remember my mom is the main reason why I listen to the music that I do. I remember when I was like 11 or 12, she put Slipknot's first album into the
Hell yeah, that's the best mom in the world.
dude, like a lot of concerts. She has a concert roster that absolutely shits on mine. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
She put that album in.
On the show, like as a co-host or something,
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I'm sure she'd love it.
Next time.
But right. And then I remember she sat me down, and then like when I was like 12, and she's like, "You're listening to Iowa now," and I'm like, "Okay," and I absolutely loved it. So that would be like, and Slipknot, just the whole. I mean, I can't. What can I say about Slipknot that already hasn't been said already, as far as revolutionizing heavy music and whatnot. And my 4th favorite band is Nirvana. Nirvana was a later band that I got into right around like 2016, stuff like that. I started working at Hot Topic, and I really got into Nirvana there. Just the whole grunge scene, it really fascinated me, and how like this little subsection of America grew to be this like one of the biggest music revolutions that the world has ever seen at the time, and it came from like podunk nowhere. Right. So I mean, with us being in Indiana, I'm sure that's like a fantasy of ours to have like maybe like Indiana kind of like take off at some point, And then my 3rd favorite band is Starset. I don't know if you've heard of them before. You probably have.
Starset, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have, yeah.
Yeah. Not a lot of people like them because they claim that they're a metal band, and I don't really agree with that, but they're like cinematic rock. But like every song that I've listened to by them, in my opinion, sounds absolutely killer. Like any song you can put on shuffle, you can put their whole discography on shuffle, and it can all get radio plays, no problem.
Yeah.
that like influences me. Like I want to write music like that. To me, like that music to me like is very anthemic. It's very empowering, stuff like that. So, and then my second favorite band, who I actually just started listening to again recently in the past week or two, is Mudvayne. I really to their first album when I was like 13. It was the first ever physical CD I bought. So I love that album. I've loved everything that Mudvayne's done. I'm so glad they're back. I want to see them live so bad. That's like one of the bands I've never seen.
Yeah, I recently saw Static X
Oh, nice, nice.
in Fear Factory, and Twisted was the opener. So that was an interesting show.
All right. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty.
And then my favorite band of all time is Korn.
Oh yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, they're the reason why I even have the dreads. I have like 7 Adidas tracksuits because I'm 5 and I saw Jonathan Davis on stage and I was just like, yep, that's the look I want to go for. That right there's grip.
It's very comfortable. Also, I mean, you're not in a suit. You're in a track suit.
Right. Exactly. So that's all the main influences from my end. What you got?
I'd probably say it would have to be Every Time I Die, the Dillinger Escape Plan, and I don't get hate for this, but Deftones, because I know they're starting to pop back up again in the mainstream.
Shit. Yep. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Deftones. Nope.
Absolutely.
I'm not allowed to respond. I shouldn't be commenting, but
So my influences kind of range all over the place. I listen to a lot of blues. I listen to a lot of R&B, throughout my day-to-day listening. I mean, my playlist could go from Kanye West to Joe Bonamassa and all over the place. You know what I mean? So I look towards a lot of the stuff that I listen to for a lot of influence when it comes to my writing. I will say that the writing was more focused in a heavier direction. So at the time, like at least guitar wise, when I was listening to a lot of like, Rage Against the Machine, just the Tom Morello stuff. You know what I mean? I was listening to a lot of, watching a lot of like live Buckethead performances, watching some of the crazy stuff he would do, like effects wise. Eddie Van Halen too, of course, guitar god. There's not much that can be said about Eddie Van Halen, but that dude was a huge influence to me growing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stereotypical to say, he and Dimebag Darrell, of course, but yeah, all phenomenal guitar players, indeed.
So since we went around and did influences, I'm going to try to guess what instruments each of you play because I don't know, obviously. Justin, right on the end.
Yeah.
You're the drummer, right?
Yeah.
I caught that based on what you said about like the drums of Casey.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't do names. I should have done it. I always forget to do that too. You are the Korn guy.
Oh, yeah. I'm Steven.
Steven, okay. I'm gonna say you are the vocalist for one. No, yes, but you also play guitar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say bass based on the Korn reference, but then I was like, what? Nah, not really, because there's a lot of bass players that are vocalists, but not many.
Right.
I didn't see that. Now I'm confused with next to you. Yeah.
This guy is Nate.
Yeah, hi.
Okay, I thought he was the drummer before you did the thing. So I'm gonna go with Are there? Well, I can't ask you that. Are you like the backup vocalist? Maybe. Ish. Maybe not.
Play the triangle.
That's it was either the glockenspiel or the triangle. No, I'm gonna go with guitar.
The latter, bass.
Damn it. Is there another vocalist also, or is there just one?
I mean, it's just me for right now, but I do want to incorporate. I know this guy over here, Andrew, he's got some really good vocal chops going on as far as like singing and stuff. So I kind of want to start doing some of that. I can sing myself. I'm no like Frank Sinatra or anything, but I have a good enough voice where like people aren't like wincing live, like, oh my God, when is this over? So
Well, I'm glad you said Andrew because I was getting ready to say, and now, but you must be the other guitar player.
Yes.
Unless there's two drummers, because I have seen a band that had two drummers.
that is wild.
It was kind of, I mean, two drum sets. It was odd. It was, sometimes they would play together. Sometimes one guy would just be like, sit back and take a break while the other guys, it was just, but it was a jam band. So that's, I guess you would get tired after 45 minutes of one song,
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
There is another band from Indiana. I believe I don't think it was Illinois that I've had on the show. I had to go back and look. Off Season.
That sounds familiar, actually.
Might be the way that we're you know how the algorithm's weird, how you get connected with people. So that might be something. I haven't looked into that yet, but that might be a thing. But it's just two guys, and it's louder than piss. Like it's I don't even know what genre it is, but it's really, really good shit. But it's just the drummer and the guitar player and the singer, and they purposely, like, the album it's purposely made to sound like it's blowing your speakers, and it's badass. Like, just for two dudes, so it's pretty good stuff. I haven't actually looked up any of their stuff. That's what I should have picked for the thing, but I didn't. Let's go ahead and play "You Should Have Never Kissed the Dead." Now, why?
Well, that I think I know you had a whole thing going on with that.
So, should have never kissed the dead is a big fancy way of saying you should have never given someone false hope when they had nothing left to lose. So the whole record is focused on that track. That is like our theme, the anthem. That is the driving force behind the collection of songs that we're going to be releasing.
So that's like the single or the top song, I guess, of the.
Yep, that's the title track.
So this is this will be a forthcoming full length album or just an EP?
Extended play.
Nice. Why did you? Okay, so you know how a lot of bands do EPs, especially nowadays. Even bands that have had releases before. Why did you choose to go with the extended, other than the just an EP?
So the focus was to just get a collection of songs out and just go out and play. Go out and play shows, start getting an actual live performances out there, However, we did not have the funds to be able to record a whole 13-track record, because at the time we did not have Steven in the band, and we were actually tracking the record based out of Ever Evolve Studios in Chicago. So we decided to just go with a quick little 6-track EP, and then we were going to take our time with releasing every single song, each song individually, until you get to the last song, and then boom, there's the EP. That way everybody gets a chance to actually absorb the whole story piece by piece, and we're not being obligated to drop a whole collection of songs at once, with one or two. So have fun with it, you know what I mean? We have that free indie band to kind of do things a little bit differently. So
yeah,
take out seems like, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, and you got to work within your means. Also, your budget, your means, and life is life. Anyway, here is. This I'm gonna not warn the audience. I'm gonna prepare the audience for this, because this is badass. like this is really good shit, and it's. I mean, okay, Rob that I was telling you about before we went live. The viewers know him as Invisible Rob. Just sometimes he'll walk in here and he doesn't like to be on the camera, so you can hear him talking, but you'll never see him because he doesn't want. And when he is on the show, because he plays his own stuff, he's got solo stuff. But when he is on the show, he's like this. The entire time it's like Wilson from Home Improvement. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You can't see all of him, but that's just the way he's just like that. So, but Invisible Rob loves this stuff. He's like this. He's like, send this to me. Last night before he left, he's like, send me that band. So I did.
Awesome.
He's probably still jamming. He's probably still in his car, just from last night. Anyway,
Right.
Awesome, man.
here is "You Should Never Kiss the Dead" by Bullet Biter, and get up and throw a chair or something.
Welcome to sickness.
Clinging on to the life that I once lived.
Okay. Okay. This is what I really wanted to ask. Now, a lot of people would be like, now why is it so short? But I can understand why it would be so short because I would be freaking out of breath by the first beginning of it, you know? Like what else you do with that, you know? I mean, you could just keep going and just like pound it into the ground, but like it's almost like you want to get to the next thing. Why is it short? I don't mean that in a bad way at all.
Was just meant to be an introduction track. You know what I mean? One of the things that we kind of used as an influence in terms of the songwriting was implementing like new metal elements. You know what I mean? So we wanted to just kind of, I don't know, we wanted to use samples. We wanted to have this big old theatrical intro, but at the same time, I wanted to go kind of old school with it, you know, like Slipknot, and just kind of just go crazy with an intro to a song, something to set the record off on a super high note. I mean,
yeah, you definitely nailed that. I mean, I mean, do you guys just like fly around like while you're? I mean, I know it's hard to like jump around a lot when you're playing and like recording and things, but how do you not have that? Like, how do you? I don't know. I don't even know what to say. It's just crazy. I would be throwing myself up against somebody. Like, well, I guess that'd be moshing. But you know what I mean? Like throwing myself up against the wall and just banging my head off for no reason. You know, because it's awesome. I've knocked over things in here from just people's stuff. Just because I mean, it's in your ears. It's just.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
Thank you, man. How many songs are going to be on that album? Because I need to know I need to prepare myself for this. You know.
So we've got a 6-track or 6 songs in total that we have that we're going to be releasing over the course of the rest of the year before we start hitting live shows, hopefully next year. The next few releases are going to be scattered over the course of a couple months, just because we're going to be trying to, get some cool stuff in the works for each release. We don't want to do the same thing. I know we've got music videos that we're planning on getting, shot, for some of the songs. We got a really cool idea for the last song. We're not going to quite spoil that just because, I don't know, it's going to be something so off the wall, nobody's going to see it coming. So, yep, good old collection of songs here, 6 songs. We thought they were more quality over quantity. You know what I mean?
I'm picturing a shit ton of fire and strobe lights in a video. Shit ton.
That would be sick. That would be sick.
Just everything's on fire.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Oh, you got a comment. We got a comment. Light Through the Night just gives fire in this. That.
Oh yeah, man.
That's like a flashlight, right? Light Through the Night would be a flashlight or a candle.
I would assume so.
Or a torch. Maybe that's what they're getting at with the fire.
Or could just be anything that omits light through darkness. Could be that too.
Yes, it probably means more than we think it means.
Right.
You guys want to talk about wieners for a little bit? Kind of get away from the slam dancing for a minute.
All right. So what's on the convo for today?
What's on the wiener agenda? Well, it's harmless. I do it on every show, and it started with my roommate Mike. Now, Mike is similar to Invisible Rob, where Mike doesn't like to be on the camera, or he was on here once for like less than 5 minutes, and he just said something like, "I have to go." I'm like, well, "You can't just go. We're in the middle. We're on a show, But it was just us on the show. There was no guest or anything. So basically, I do this segment for him. And well, let me play the theme song first. That might help you understand what.
All right.
This is my father. This is when and Mike just showed up in the chat room with the emoji eyeballs. That means he's on the couch watching. But this is my dad. Over when they were over in Hawaii about a month ago. They're actually leaving for Rome tomorrow. It's like Carmen Sandiego with him. Where in the world are they? But this is my dad when I had them on the show from Hawaii, and my mom's in a little part of this section, or in a little section of this also. It's short. Check this out.
I know a weenie man. He owns a weenie stand. He sells most anything from hot dogs on down. Someday I'll join his life and be his
weenie wife.
Hot dog.
Okay. So that is that's a song that my dad learned growing up, and used to sing that to me and my sister as kids, and I got him to sing that on the show. When they,
Okay.
So basically, Mike. Now this is it's kind of disturbing to me now, not knowing him for as long as I've known him. He's got a fetish for wieners, and it's very disturbing at times. Now you're probably thinking of like something cylindrical shaped or something. It's kind of like that, but it's hot dogs.
Okay.
Mike absolutely loves hot dogs, which means he loves wieners. See, and the reason why I call it wieners is because he won't come on to do the segment himself and ask the bands about their wieners. So I just changed it. And he's like, no, it's not the wiener segment. It's the hot dog segment. I was like, no, until you come on and do it, it's the wiener segment. So it's taken off. Like people look forward to it, you would think.
Yeah.
But anyway, so basically, Mike goes places. He travels and tries hot dogs. Different people make different kinds of chili. Different toppings. All over the. I don't know if all over the world. I don't know where he's been. We can't ask him because he ain't freaking on here. But he's in the chat room, so he can hear you. But basically, he wants to know, what do you like on your hot dogs if you eat them? Some people, think they're disgusting. And then when we're done with that, where does he go around where you guys live to get an authentic hot dog, Indiana style?
I
I
don't
will
know.
say honestly, we live about
Feel free to put wiener in place of hot dog when you say hot dog, okay?
we live like 30 minutes from Chicago. So if you want a hot dog, you would go to Chicago if you wanted a hot dog. You know what I
If you
mean?
want a good tasty wiener,
Yeah, it's wiener. It's wiener.
if you want a good tasty wiener, usually Chicago is the spot. I mean, there are a few places around here that you can go to, but it's Chicago. Obviously you want to try big city wieners.
I love it. Yes, here. That's when I do the. There we go.
Yeah, honestly, like Chicago, you want like a fat glizzy. Like Chicago is the way to go.
The fattest wiener you got, right?
Oh, dude, they put
Lots of
relish
time.
in. You can get horseradish, some onions, ketchup, mustard, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it's a Chicago style glizzy, so I mean,
What is the Chicago topping? I know like the Chicago style wiener, but what is the toppings that basically that's the toppings for the Chicago wiener dog?
I think it's pretty much a loaded wiener, dude. It's like friggin' it's like onions, horseradish, relish. You can get like some ketchup, mustard, honey mustard if you're feeling a little zesty.
Yeah. On your wiener.
Maybe some Dijon if you're feeling all pompous.
Yeah.
You know?
Ray Popon.
Fun too.
Yeah.
Top tier bun.
Yeah, that is a must.
That's a good bun for the wiener. So
Well, okay. So what's a good place he could go? So if he came to Chicago, where does he go? Where's the spot? Because there's got to be a spot where it's like, okay, this is the succulent wiener spot right here.
There we go.
Yeah. Maxwell
Yeah.
Street.
Maxwell Street.
Absolutely Maxwell Street.
You heard it, Mike. Well, see, it's on a latent. There's a little bit of latency. So here in about 5 minutes, he'll be like, "Oh, actually, the eyeballs is the only thing he does in the chat." When the show's over, then or the next day, then he'll be like, "Oh yeah, the Chicago dog." Blah. I don't know why he just says it. He doesn't even have to be on the camera. I could set up the other microphone on the other side of the desk. He could just come in here and sit for a second, talk with you about wieners. It could be hot dogs. We could change it to hot dogs. It could be harmless, but no. Got to put more on my plate. You know what I mean? I can barely do that.
the last thing he'd want is to be AI generated talking about wieners, like have his voice just out there in the ether.
I'll make an AI generated mic, and
All right.
you can do the show about wieners. But I'll train the AI to say wieners instead of hot dogs. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, so I don't know what all this talk about AIs is now that you bring that up. I mean, it's been around for quite some time, I think. Since at least the 80s. Why are we all of a sudden scared of this now? Like we should have been scared of this a long time ago. Like them taking over the world. I mean, come on,
Dude, like, I'm so with you on that. Like, I don't want to sound like a mega boomer or anything, but like, like that's the one thing that I'm just like, we're really trying to like, I don't know. like we're really heading down a really weird path. I don't want to say it's bad, but my personal opinion, I don't really see a whole lot of good that's going to come from this. I know I've seen like people online talk about like AI having real benefits for like the medical field and stuff like that. So,
Well, I mean, some people date the ones that they see online. You know, like they're dating or married. That's a little bit That's nutty. I mean, that's, you know, I mean, yeah, I get lonely, but come on.
yeah. It's like, you know, it's just go pay an Instagram model, talk to her about your day, you know. Don't talk to a machine that's going to learn how to love.
I mean, yeah, I mean, they're basically saying everything that you want them to say. They're not going to say, "Hey, you're fat and ugly. I don't want to talk to you anymore." They're not going to do that because it's probably a paid thing where you have to pay to get them. It's basically a prostitute's what it is, you know.
Right.
If you think about it that way.
I saw something like a recent study saying that people would like much rather prefer having a relationship with a robot than
Dude, yeah.
Oh, that's been out.
I'd like to know who they surveyed though. That not very many people, I'm sure, because that can't be like the majority or anything. That's
Some
like people or something.
dude just showing up in like a Pokemon like shirt. It's like 4 years old.
just feel like that.
Just-
Some Garth like from Wayne's World. Like, keep people fear change.
like a fucking
Yeah.
robot. Yeah.
Have you guys? So you guys haven't done any live shows of Bullet Biter yet, or have you?
We
Not
have
yet.
not, and I was actually just about to say that. I just noticed Light Through Night's comment. Can't wait for the live shows.
Yeah. I saw.
We're ready to go. Almost ready.
Okay, my stream is lagging so bad right now. Holy crap. I'm like trying to keep up because we have Justin's phone like set up, the camera pointing towards us, obviously, but like I can't see the screen like at all. So I'm like over here trying to figure it out, and it's like I'll do this, and then on this phone 5 minutes later I do this. So I'm trying to figure this out.
You can't watch. Yeah, that's crazy. Because see, I have the gigantic. Well, it's not gigantic, but I have the shitty iPad that used to be my camera for this. Oh, it's awful. But I have that, and so like it still has me laughing, but I'm actually sitting here talking. But yeah, it's you can't. I've had people actually watch that instead of the Zoom part,
Mhm.
and it was really awkward, and I couldn't figure it out for the longest time. I'm like, "Are you watching the?" And then I cleared them up, but like they were late answering questions. It was awful. Like I didn't know for like a half an hour. I had no idea that's what was happening. I thought it was just like their connection or something. Anyway, he says Coney King and Gary, Indiana, best wieners.
Oh, I agree. And I can tell you exactly what. Maybe not. I don't remember. But I know there is a place. Is it in Miller?
Miller Beach.
Miller Beach.
Oh, right outside of the Dunes.
Yes.
I know exactly.
Because I'm from Gary, so I know where that I know where he's talking about.
It's like we have the Indiana Dunes. It's like a national park now. So like there's a little like hot dog place. I'm not sure if it's like a Nathan's or not. I can't remember. The
I
exact
can't
name.
remember now.
But yeah, good Indiana wieners right there.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Hot right there. Easy.
Easy wieners.
Oh, dude. Easiest.
But I had Matthew on from the FUs from Nashville a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you know, like because sometimes gas station wieners are good, but you know they're on that roller thing, and he goes, well, the wieners in the back of the gas station are good too. You know, like I'm like that's not. I mean, they might be. I don't know personally, but could be.
Right.
Doesn't hurt to try.
Oh, dude. I mean, it's so readily available. Like you're like, man, like, I really gotta take a shit. You're just kind of sitting there, and it just, and you're like, "What's up, buddy? Like, what are you doing?"
Yeah, like a yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Bathroom dispenses glizzies like on cue. That's amazing.
What about corn dogs? You guys like corn wieners? Corny wieners?
Corn dogs are good.
Yeah.
Man. Glizzy's honest.
Enjoy a corn dog at all. I think it probably came from like school, like school lunches, corn dogs. You can't
Those glizzies, yeah.
like slimy inside, and no, I mean he eats all kind of wiener here. I mean, like, you know, every once in a while, well, not every once, all the time. He'll be like, hey, you want, where are you going today? Then I'll tell him, and then he'll say, well, stop at blah 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 for hot dogs. I'm like, no, we don't have to eat this shit every day, you know. But he's eaten it all day long before. Also, like he'll go to one place and then for lunch and then another place for dinner that has freaking hot dogs.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, like I'm all for like a nice juicy wiener or anything, but like every day, I don't know. Like I gotta get like my macros would be all fucked up. I gotta get something else, like some steak and potato.
For me, it's
Well, Another great freaking thing in Chicago is pizza, right?
Giordano's is the GOAT. And I work with a guy who's from New York, and we always go at it on who has the better pizza.
Papa G's.
Who wins? Just you?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, if I'm the author of the conversation, absolutely. But like, I mean, like, because I mean, I've been to New York once. I went to like Niagara Falls like 4 years ago, and I had a New York style pizza. And it was really good. It was really thin, and the slice was like that big. So I was like, all right, and you know, like it filled me up pretty quick. But something about the deep dish, something about just like a pizza pie, is so good.
Crap ton of the pizza though. I mean, because like one piece is like a freaking slice of cake, and you know you got more. You just fill up on that. I mean,
Yeah.
we used to have. I know it's not authentic Chicago, but we used to have a long time ago. We had one of those. Was it Uno's? The chain thing. There was, and I guess it was similar because of the. You know, it was definitely different than like Domino's or whatever. But you know, it was. I don't even know why they went out of business, but you know. But I'd had it, you know, and I had it in other places too. But that can't be that can't be. Is it close? You think? Have you been to one of those things?
There's actually one in Highland, if I'm not mistaken, Uno's Pizzeria.
Oh yeah, there could. Yeah,
like right by the Meyer.
yeah. Over.
They closed that one too.
Dude, I moved out of this area like 3 years ago, so I have no idea.
I want to say that close. I want to say that's not there. I remember it being like a Geno's East too.
I remember that one, but that one did close. That was like Giordano's Light, basically.
Yeah. We got a Giordano's over by Walgreens now, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
How thick is the crust? Like just by going like wiener size. How thick is the crust on an authentic Chicago pizza?
Yeah.
Really?
Like that.
See, I would not be able to eat more than one of them. Maybe.
Oh yeah. Like
Maybe
one and a half if I'm feeling real froggy that day, but other than that, nah.
Like every day? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something. So so I was gonna try to segue, but it's not gonna work because I've already screwed up. But so basically, if you eat a Chicago pizza, you'll flatline. But see, I mean, I was trying to go something with like the heart rate. Is this song about like a flatlining heart rate? You know what I'm talking about with the medical.
Yeah.
What is this song about? I want to play it because I want to freaking just.
So the song, I won't spoil too much about the EP, but it is based off of a narrative. Because I remember he mentioned earlier about the whole giving somebody false hope and they had nothing left to lose. So I kind of took that and spun the story as this person has had something come up and doesn't have a whole lot of time left to do the things that he wanted to do because maybe he felt like insecure or maybe he just didn't feel like he had any motivation, like it was even worth chasing anyway. And then he gets met with this specific thing, could be an illness or whatever. And he just, and now he's looking back on it in like retrospect, like, man, I could have done so much with my life and I don't have that much left to go on. And that song lyrically is tied to that narrative, but it also is born out of personal frustration. I've wanted to be a musician in a band since I was about maybe 5 or 6 years old. And I started producing and like mixing and mastering music in 2012 when I was 15. And I spent like 10 years trying to get my mixes to sound so good to the point where it's like radio friendly stuff like that. And I've been met with a lot of setbacks and stuff. Normally that's usually what happens when you're trying to do something positive. You'll always have something like a monkey wrench will just come in and just kind of break the whole momentum going. But that song is a personal. It's like I had that song actually when I was at my job, and I was just like, how long am I going to keep clocking in or moving jobs before I'm able to just say screw this and go for it? So that's like this. I mean, I'm 25 now, so I definitely do feel that I put some substantial enough years behind me, and unfortunately, with the music business being somewhat ageist, I mean, if we're like in our 30s trying to do this, it wouldn't go over as well as right now. But I can't do that right now since I'm constantly clocking in because I need the money to pay my car, pay my phone bill, stuff like that. So that song came from a pure frustration of just letting your life pass you by, wanting something better.
That's awesome. That really you don't, you know, every time I do this and there's somebody says something like that's uplifting, it really puts things into perspective, because it is true. I mean, I do music too, and I'm in my almost mid-40s now, and so.
Right.
But it's never too late. I mean, there's people in their freaking 80s that still make music. Maybe they were big a long time ago, but they're still doing it. They're doing it in the nursing home. They're driving people crazy in the nursing home in their walkers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to be that guy. You know, I'll be that guy. But,
Oh yeah,
I mean, yeah, it is frustrating because you know you got to do your day job, and you got to be able to make money. You know, I don't have any sponsors on this show. I never have, and it's just I've bought everything that I have just from working during the day, and in the lottery also. The lottery helped a little bit, but
Okay.
yeah, but that's not all the time either. I mean, that's
of course.
all right. You know, they're microphone, then it's gone. You know, but you know it's you know, I don't want to stop doing it. You know, the show. You know, you guys are episode 194.
Oh wow.
Oh wow, okay.
The Mohawk is going to leave my head on the 200th show, so you might want to tune in for that. It's been voted upon. I don't want. I have to start over there because it got messed up a long time ago, and it's like a half hawk. But start all over again. 200th show, you know, whatever.
All right.
Shave my
Okay.
head. I'm trying to get Rob to shave his head because he's got like a freaking mullet and a beard and stuff. No offense, Andrew. No offense.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah, he's
Long,
over here.
luscious flow.
He's over here looking like Ryan Dunn from Jackass.
There you go.
Rob doesn't have any top part of that, so his is more mullet than anything. You know, his is like tucked under a hat all the time. It's like one of those hats you can buy that has the hair already back there. I was thinking about
Okay.
that. Anyway, let's listen to Flatline, the remix, but it's not really the remix. It's just the newer version. It's the Bullet Biter. It's and this song also will make you want to just listen to it. It's badass. I love it.
Appreciate it. Let's go.
I just need a breather here now. I picked up a hammer a minute ago.
Yeah, I saw.
My goodness, guys, that's freaking terrific. That's I don't I mean I don't know what I have no I got nothing. I mean in a good way though. Like I can't explain it. It's badass. I
That's
can't
so awesome.
I can't imagine there's more of this. Like there's more. You know, like more. It's terrific. The drumming is freaking on point. That's faster than shit. Like I dabble on drums. I got a broken down drum set over here. Some of it's holding up the TV, but you know, like I can't even. I can do a beat with a hi hat. You know, that's it. That I mean, it's crazy. Excellent.
Yeah. Well, I know with the drums, we do MIDI drumming, so they're not actually hooked up. Like we didn't hook up drums to microphones and EQ and process it there. It's I use Steven Slate drums, and I just mix samples here and there, and I basically have. I'm also a drummer myself, so that also helps with the songwriting process because most people that are songwriters are guitar players first. So their guitars sound really good, but then their drums kind of sound like, you know, like you can't hit three cymbals at the same time, you know what I mean? And hit the snare and the kick. So I'm knowledgeable on that sense. And I consult Justin. I'm like, hey, does this sound good? Can you play this? And you go, yeah, like, let's do it. So
that's all. That's badass. I mean, just you can play that shit. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah. Slow it down a little bit so I can try to do a little. No, I'm good. Oh, Light Through the Night. He says the beginning. Wow, sucks you right in, then rips your head off. That's exactly what it does. It's crazy. You guys need to start playing like now. Like come to West Virginia. There's several places, several venues. Even in Ohio, there's Pittsburgh. I have a great network in Pittsburgh of places. You've got to get this out. This is like I'm honored to have you on the show and be able to talk about this because it's yes, it's similar in ways to other bands, but it's not. And that's the bands I like to have on the show because I'd like to be like I don't want to compare anybody to anybody because that's not. I mean, yeah, you have influences. Everybody has influences. I have influences, but your music doesn't. It's different. It's louder than shit for one thing, and I can't imagine live what that's going to be like. I'm not going to wear freaking earplugs. I know that because that's stupid. That's for the wuss, you know. You listen to that in raw, pure form, you know, and you experience it, and it. My goodness, me and Light Through Night are going to go to every show, every single one of them.
Let's do it.
Sweet.
I will document from the road. I will be that guy.
Oh hell yeah! Some vlog stuff.
When we're done, you know what I mean? My goodness, that's badass. I love it. I'm gonna break something when we get done with the show here. I want to. Okay, well, I'll do this before I do that. Okay, so I had a band on from Portland, Oregon. Oh gosh, probably a year ago. I'm coming up on 3 years of this show. It's probably been a year ago, but I talked to them quite a bit online and so you know we've become pretty good friends. Well, when they were on the show, they had these prints that they've just gotten done of their album covers, and I was like, oh, that'd be badass to have one of those. You know, they're like, we'll send you one. So that was like a year ago, year and a half, something like that. The other day, I went to the mailbox, and these were in there. There's album cover. I know you can't really see it because of the glare. Got that. This one's cool. You guys like this one?
I mean, really heavy delay. So, I mean, we will get the album cover at some point, but right now you're just kind of like jazzing. So,
and then there's these also. So I got these from To Bloom, and yes, I appreciate that from the guys. I'm going to get these framed and put those up somewhere on the wall once I redesign the studio space here, probably after sometime after the 200th show. Hey, also I have these freaking these badass Acute Mania Live bumper stickers I want to send you guys. So make sure you send me your mailing address so I can send these out to you.
Do it.
It's very high quality freaking stickers. They won't fade or anything. That's actually, I cut one of them so I could put it on here, and we all know that story. But anyway, that could be fixed. But I want to send you guys some bumper stickers out, and and then we'll get you to West Virginia or in the area to play live, because this shit is freaking. Mm-hmm.
Let's go, man. Let's do it.
Much, man.
Let's do it, man.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Try this. I want to try this thing, and I want to start with you guys. So this is kind of like a milestone episode. Episode 194 with Bullet Biter is a milestone episode, because I want to try this thing and see where it can go. So I want to do this thing where okay, I have a guest tomorrow. His name's John Poole. He's awesome about that. I'm not going to say anything else about it right now based on this thing. So come up with a question for me to ask John Poole tomorrow, without knowing him, without knowing what style of music he plays, without even knowing anything about him. Something. It can be off the wall. It can't be about wieners, because I'm going to ask him about wieners. We all know that, you know. So something. It could be anything. And then I will do the same with him tomorrow. I want to try to start something like that. I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting, I guess. Just one question that you would ask John Poole in an interview without knowing him at all. As you can do it as a band. You don't have to do it individually if you don't want to.
Fucking.
Just off the wall. Like I don't want to give time for thinking. You know, like I could be like.
What is your preferred brand of underwear?
Yeah.
All right. Tune in tomorrow. Time tomorrow with John Poole. John Poole is I've met him a bunch of times actually in person. He's a badass bass player for one, but he also plays guitar that I didn't know. He also sings that I didn't know about, and he's in like 5 bands, and I think he also has a studio. I mean, the man does everything. He's basically he lives his life as a musician and makes money as a musician, and that's everybody's dream. But what caught me with John when I saw him play live with Cassie's at Best, is one of the bands he's in, and what caught me is even when they're playing like a slow part of their songs or one of their songs, he's still just bebopping the shit out. You know, like he's just in the groove. You know, it keeps the audience focused, because you think it's gonna get heavier again, and it does in spots, but sometimes he's just doing that forever, and it's you know. So I was like, I gotta see what's going on with this, you know, because so he's in a country band or a country contemporary something, alternative band or something, and then you know, Cassie's at Best is like a prog metal something. Faint that we'll hear at the end of the show is more of a, I guess emo core. I don't know, something like that.
Okay.
You know, there's so many genres anyway. I mean, it's hard to nail one down just by listening, but so he does several things. It's gonna be a very interesting conversation. And be cool to talk to him. Let's see. Light Through Night says, yes, definitely need to play this year for real. Yeah, you need to get this out like within 2 months. on the road out. That's what I mean. Like on the road. Like
Yeah.
Just get a shitty van from Jerry down the street and just be like, hey, I'm taking your van to West Virginia. You know.
All right.
We're taking the dog and everything. We're leaving. Bring your mom. She can be your tour manager. Actually, it sounds like.
Yeah. So you don't need that, and just take that with us too.
Yes, and let me know. I will meet you. I will fly to your starting point, and you strap me to the top, so you don't have to listen to me talk the entire time.
All right.
For sure, man.
Every night, whoever you are, please he or she had to subscribe to chat. But thank you for chatting. That's awesome. They're the only ones, except for Mike's eyeballs, that chatted.
Hey, man, appreciate you for commenting, man. Thank you.
I appreciate you guys coming on the show. Please come back. Let's premiere some more stuff. Let's do something let's do a video or something. I don't know. One of your video premieres. We could do that. Speaking of video premieres, I kind of segued into that. This was unintentional altogether, because it's my own stuff, and I don't like to, you know, this is your all show. But I didn't mean to segue like this, but this Saturday night at 11:30, I'm going to come on here and do a little live with Buddy up in New York, and we're going to premiere the single that myself and Mike released called Dream. The video for it. The song's already out, but the video we actually did in my living room / dining room here with like a black backdrop and things like that. It was a lot of fun. I don't act. Mike doesn't act. Like do any acting at all. It's weird to do a video, you know, like and now see it in forms. I'm going to show it to you guys after we kill the live stream before it releases, just to see what you think. I am going to talk to the producer Zach Neese. Actually, when we're done with the show here on Zoom call, and kind of tighten things up and clean some things up, and then it'll be released on Saturday at Sunday. I guess Sunday at midnight. So
Awesome.
All
Man. I'm
right.
looking forward to it.
Yeah,
sure.
for sure, man.
that'll be a quirky show. It's always a quirky show in here. And then John Poole, of course, tomorrow at the same time at 8 p.m. And which will be a really fun show.
All right.
Once again for being on. What's coming up? What can we expect? What's the next thing coming from the Bullet Biter camp?
The next part of the story.
Damn it! I knew you were going to say that. And
We got-
so, like, another song will be released like tomorrow.
Oh man, we wish, but we gotta make sure we're taking the time to promote each song, making sure each song is getting absorbed. You know what I mean?
And I will say that a lot of it is on my shoulders because me being the main the person for in-house production as far as like the songs is concerned, I pretty much just got to get some vocals thrown on it and then it should be good to go. But that's about as far as I'm going to go as far as that is concerned. But yes, I mean, obviously, we plan to have this thing out by the end of the year.
Badass! I can't wait. It's going to be. Oh yeah. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I thought you were coming into my house. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Like I said, tomorrow John Poole at 8 p.m. And we'll talk wieners then too, I'm sure.
All right.
I had I had an itch at the wrong time. Right when I talk about wieners, my face itches.
Maybe it's like
Might be something. But very nice meeting you guys. Yeah, stick around for a little bit. I want to show you that. See what you think of it. After I kill the live stream. But this is one of John Poole's other projects. I know nothing about it because I will ask him about it tomorrow. But it's called Faint. The project's called Faint, and that's the FEINT version of Faint.
okay.
And the song is called Milk Toast with QE instead of MILK as MILQUE. So we'll talk about that too. Why do you have to change spellings and shit? We don't. What's that mean? But it might mean something. It might mean you don't know until you ask.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for talking wieners, guys. It was nice meeting you. Come back on the show. Let's do this again. Hey, there's Invisible Rob. Look, I look up and there he is.
All right.
Yeah, fucking A on the album, dude. That's fucking badass.
Did you hear him? No. He said, "Fuck A on the album. That's badass." That's the first thing he said when he walked in the door. I told them. You're wearing your glasses. I can see you. I mean, you can see me. He's wearing his glasses. Anyway, this dude has kind of hair like yours, only he has some on top. And yeah. See, his is like he takes his hat off and his whole head's shiny on top. I love you, Rob.
Tell them to check out Scared.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to talk to him here in a minute after the live stream. Anyway, but I'll talk to you guys here in a minute. John Poole tomorrow at 8 p.m. right here on Acute Mania Live. More wiener talk and more badassness. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great evening. This is Milk Toast by Faint. Bullet Biter, we'll see you.
Take care, everybody.
I owe you